Hello, everyone, and welcome to
Fika for Life!
My name is Edward Thomas, and my co-host is
Lynn Nguyen.
Hey, Lynn. How's it going?
Hey, Ed. I'm tired.
How's your stomach feeling after we ate our fika?
Good.
Yeah.
And fit more.
Oh, I know. I was thinking, like, why?
I just opened my winter pants so more can enter.
I know. I should have had my sweatpants on. They're so comfy. Because I don't need a belt or anything.
But you say that you want to run naked at home.
I try to. My wife's always going, Edward, put clothes on. You're not a baby. I'm like, what do you mean I'm not a baby? I mean, I think that when everyone comes home, they just want to get, like...
comfy.
No, like back to Eden.
Back to Eden.
I want to be just like my first parents, Adam and Eve.
Adam's suit.
Yes. And she won't let me. She says it's embarrassing. And I don't know who she's embarrassed for. She's embarrassed for the neighbors walking past, or she's just embarrassed to look at me.
I'm like, it's your house. Shouldn't you be able to do whatever you want to be in your house?
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. It's like people do things at home that they don't want other people to know about.
Yeah, well, then you should buy thicker curtains. I don't know.
Well, yeah, probably that, I guess. I never thought about that. That was actually a pretty good suggestion. I leave the windows open, I advertise, put all the lights on. Hey, look what I'm doing.
Like me naked and everything.
Exactly. I'm just running around the house. It's my house. I can do whatever I want.
People are like, oh, this guy. And you can't even call the police because he's in his house.
Exactly. What am I doing wrong? I'm not outside. It's not public. Oh. But speaking of things that people do at home, so there's I've read one of the most recent statistics about pornography, and it turns out pornography is primarily men that buy pornography and watch it.
When we define what counts under pornography,
everything now. Well, I mean, I don't know because what you watch on like just regular TV. Mm-hmm. So have you watched the new Game of Thrones?
No, I started and then it was boring. I'm like,
oh my gosh!
You mean the dragon? What,
yeah, House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
I thought Game of Thrones was like really
bad.
like that was bad, but this is like really bad. Yeah, I mean, she ends up having sex. Well, she ends up having sex with her.
Alert.
Oh,
spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert!
Yeah, if you don't want to know,
yeah.
Beep. Yeah.
Yeah, so she ends up having sex with her uncle, and then marrying her uncle.
Yeah, but that happened in the past. No biggie. It's just incest. So it's not
biggie.
The same as pornography.
No biggie. Yeah, that's right. Kid looks like a cyclops. It's okay,
Yeah, but pornography, yeah. But
yeah,
pornography
so I mean,
is like...
So you have something like that, and how is that, like, it's not considered pornography, but what they're showing, it's still, I mean, it's a lot. I mean, people used to have to go to the movie theaters, to watch
when
something.
You were young, yeah.
Yeah, when I was... Well, that's the thing. I don't know if that was ever a thing in Sweden.
What?
If they had, like, movie theaters for just for porn.
There must have been.
Did you have that in Germany?
I don't know. I'm not that old.
Yes, you are. You're a really old lady now.
I think when
you weren't old when I met you.
They must have had pornography on TV at some point. I don't know.
Like...
Did you?
What do you mean on TV? Like the porn channel?
I don't know. No, we had no porn channel. No, I don't know. But when I was a kid, I think late at night, maybe after 12 at night, they had this porn telephone sex numbers, the hotlines. The hotlines
where you where guys would call and talk to women, but women could talk for free. Was that kind of stuff?
No. It was you could listen into someone having sex or having telephone sex with them.
What?
Yeah. So I think at some point I did call that number because I was a kid and it was so forbidden. But I think it was really, really expensive. Like really expensive, like per minute.
Yeah.
And then I called and it was under 1 minute and then I turned it off. But it was really weird. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I mean, I think back in the early 90s, they had these things on TV where, like, late at night, it's like, okay, guys, here are a lot of beautiful, sexy women. Women call for free, and so...
Women call for free?
Yeah, because, like, women would get on there, and then they could actually talk to men. So the women could talk for free, but the men had to pay.
But that's not pornography?
It was pornography?
It was pornography? Okay, so why would the women go in there?
Because they would talk to you, like, about sex or whatever you want to talk about, and then they could get as nasty as you want them to get.
But, I mean, why would the women call in?
To talk to guys, because they were all so lonely.
Okay. Right.
But anyway, so back in the old days, for those of you who don't know what the old days were like, there used to be like pornography magazines, like Hustler.
They're still.
Are they?
Yeah.
I thought Penthouse stopped
Penthouse, I think, but I think maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not in that sphere, so I have no idea.
No, you seem to know a lot about it.
No. I know about YouPorn.
What do you mean YouPorn? I know porn.
No, YouPorn is like YouTube, but for porn. It's called YouPorn.
What?
You don't go look it up now, Ed.
Wait. There is a
porn.
YouTube porn channel.
Yeah.
Just
it's not a channel. It's a website. It's exactly like YouTube, but only porn.
Is there really that much porn out there in the world?
Oh my gosh, Ed, you're so innocent.
No, I just.
You could. There is a search bar. You can write whatever you want, and there will be hits. Yeah.
Wow.
I think we used it a handful of times when we were teenagers.
Wow.
To just check. It is so weird. It's like sick things. Yeah, I'm like, no.
Yeah. No.
So kinky. The kinky stuff.
I think I'm afraid of being addicted to porn, so I won't watch it.
Yeah. No, don't, Ed.
Because I know lots of Christian, right. So right now there's I know you tempted me, you evil woman. We were just talking about Jezebel today. No, but I think that those. So at least I don't know how it is about women, but I know a lot of guys lately have been seeking for spiritual counseling because of pornography.
Porn addiction.
Yeah, because they're. I don't think people buy magazines anymore. I haven't seen a porn magazine. I think it's just all the internet. It's all digital. Yeah. But that was his several guys' problems is that they've been watching porn at home, and then
it's so easily accessible.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
Because before, if you couldn't get a magazine, that's it.
Yeah, unless you had
old magazines.
So when I was a teenager,
you're older.
My neighbor, Peggy, my neighbor, she'd leave her window open. So people could always hear her having sex, and it was really loud.
Really?
And all the neighbors would come out. So in our apartment building, they would come out and just start laughing. And so,
what's wrong with her?
I mean, it was, woo! And I'm like, first I'm like, is there a cat outside or something? Wow, who's beating that cat? I went outside. I'm like, one of the neighbors came. Oh, they're at it. She's at it again. I'm like, what do you mean?
What are you talking about?
And he filled me in. I was just like,
ew.
Okay.
Don't need to know that.
But no, but I mean, like when I was young, it was like a lot of guys learned about porn from their dads. So it was one of those things.
Finding out that stuff, you mean?
Yeah,
or your dad introducing
No,
you
like either or. So sometimes it's like you're like walking through or cleaning the room or something, and all of a sudden you find your dad's stack of porno mags.
Yeah.
Or the dad's like, well, now you're at that age.
Let me tell you
about the birds, the bees, and pornography.
Oh, that's so bad.
And so sometimes dads would introduce their sons to pornography.
It's bad.
So I felt it was really, but I remember once that when I was in my first year of college, and there was this girl that I really, really liked. She was so friendly and charming, but she wanted me to go watch a porn movie with her.
With
I was
her?
Like, yeah, like she wanted to watch pornography.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have any kind of physical relationship or anything.
No.
But I did really like her a lot. I was like, and then so she's like, okay, Ed, maybe I might want to be your girlfriend if you go watch a porn movie with me.
Oh, she only said maybe. Nah.
And young guys, we're like stupid. We're like, maybe is almost the same thing as saying yes.
No, it's definitely.
And then she told her mom, Mom, we're gonna go see a porn movie, and I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, her mom thinks I'm this really nice Christian guy. Now she's gonna think I'm a pervert, and her mom's like, oh, that's really cute.
What? What's wrong with that, Mom?
I'm like, what's with that? And though I can't go watch a porn thing. It's just wrong.
Yeah.
I don't want to get addicted. She's like, Ed, but you're not going to get addicted one time. I'm like, how do you know?
It's like, yeah, if you
never know.
take
I don't
cocaine only one time, you have to genetic
I don't need to watch porn with you. We can watch a scary movie. No, I want you to watch porn with me. I'm like,
oh my God,
that's just really weird. But all those kind of things though kept me from ever getting involved with porn.
That's good.
So I didn't have a dad to grow up with, so I don't know if my father ever had porn magazines. I didn't find anything when he died, so I assume he didn't have them, or I don't know.
I found stuff.
Really? From like your mom or your dad or your brother?
I hope my dad, because my mom. What? I'm like, nah.
Maybe she bought them for him.
No. Ugh.
Okay.
I think that's the worst. Ugh.
Yeah, and so but people would like bring, like I remember one of my friends. That was a magazine. I guess it was about women with really large breasts or something. So he brought this magazine to school, and everyone's like watching it. I'm like, what are you guys watching? They're like, oh, he brought this magazine from his house. Look at this. I'm like, oh my gosh. They're like,
how old was you?
17.
Oh, you did the wrong reaction.
They're like, I told you he was gay. Like, I'm not gay. I just don't want to watch porn. So I never really got into watching porn. But I'm afraid, though. I am afraid because
I think you should.
So many guys, and there's so many Christian guys right now that are totally addicted to porn.
Yeah.
And they keep thinking, okay, well, once I get married, then somehow God's going to, because now I have married, I'm going to have that.
No.
They take the porn with them into the marriage.
Yeah.
And then they're really trapped. And then, and what happens is like they hold themselves for a while and don't do porn.
Yeah.
But eventually,
as soon
they
as
start watching. As soon as stress comes, whatever it is,
yeah.
or nighttime or daytime or whatever.
Or the wife is gone, or some friend,
or they're mad
at
her, or something. Yeah, there's all kinds of excuses, I guess.
So bad.
And I find that it's such a big problem because there's so many, not just that people watch it, but they're addicted. Like it's an actual addiction. They have to watch it, and so you're watching it. And you're constantly being stimulated by watching other people have sex.
Overstimulated. Yeah. So I've seen some studies where people say that young men in their 20s, they're having erectile dysfunction.
Wow.
Because they have watched so much porn, so they are off too much. Like they're insensitive. They can't get attracted by just a normal looking woman anymore. And they think when they have sex, it has to be a certain way.
Right.
Otherwise, they can't get
they can't get
erection.
Turned on.
Yeah, and I think that's so sick. And then the girls are watching it. Maybe they think, "Oh, this is how it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to do this sounds or make this thing or whatever." I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's what's happening is a lot of the increase in women watching porn.
Yeah,
and I think it has to do with either because they wanted to please the guy, or they want to learn about sex, or they've also become addicted to watching sex just like the guys.
Yeah. I mean, I remember there was a girl in cross culture many years ago, and she confessed to me that she had issues with watching porn.
Really?
Before. Yeah.
Wow.
She was addicted to watching porn, and then she prayed and she told her, I think it was his sister maybe, because they both were doing that, and then they both told each other, we got to stop. This is not okay, and seek counseling and stuff. But I mean, and I think she was a pastor's kid. So
yeah. I mean, I think that it's,
and I know from
that it's mostly difficult.
on a close person in our family, they're also addicted to pornography, and it actually strains the marriage that they're having.
Yeah, of course.
That's problematic.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think people don't realize just how dangerous pornography is.
No.
And that becomes one of the key issues, is that here's something that is potentially very dangerous, but you're actually getting involved in it as though it's not dangerous.
But it's like I think people go into pornography, they don't think about it. It's not like, oh, I might get addicted. I don't think they think about that. Or some people even think it's like normal. Oh let's watch a porn movie.
Or it's exciting.
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to watch more and more crazier things for you to get excited, or for you to be excited. Yeah.
True.
So I think, I don't know. But you say there are a lot of guys have sticked out to you. So what is your approach on that?
Well, I beat them. No, my approach is actually to really try to figure out what is the root cause. So usually when I'm counseling guys who are addicted to porn, we start talking about, so when did it first start? Because usually when it started, it's connected to something. If you haven't been introduced to porn, like say from your dad or something like that,
or your friends
or whatever, or finding a bunch of porn magazines or something, then it becomes more of an active choice. Yeah,
you're seeking it out.
Yeah, and so and it feels like they usually by the time they come to me, then they've already either talked to other people or tried other things and it didn't work, and so I'm kind of like a last resort kind of.
Wow.
You know,
get
nothing else
cases.
works. No, nothing else works. Let me go to Ed. He might be able to help. Oh, he can't help me either. So, and I think that is.
But what
and then I usually pray with the guys.
Yeah.
So I always try to talk to the guys and say, okay, listen, do you really want to stop this? Huh? And if it's like on their telephone, I'm like, give me your telephone. What? No, I can't. Sure, you can.
If you really want this.
Yeah. Or the same thing with the computer. I remember one guy, he was addicted to porn. And so there was a home site that he came to. And that gave him, and you can sign in, and they would give you access to your computer. So they could see, and what they would do is send me, I was like his accountability partner.
Oh.
So what happens, they would send me
every time he would
every
go.
single month.
About what?
How many times he's
on the porn
watched
site.
porn or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I was, and I can't remember the name of it. I have to look
website.
it up. Yeah, it was like a website, and it was kind of almost like a service I think you paid for.
Yeah, must have.
Yeah, so you had like a certain amount of time, and then
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot.
But maybe you can.
No, I forgot. Anyway, it was so you had a certain amount of time that you had to be on there. That like you say, you're going to be on your computer for like 30 minutes a day, and then if you're on there 35 minutes, it'll send a text to me or a message to it, and then I can call him up and say, "Hey, so how's it going? I got this report the other day.
Yeah,
what was going on? What was happening? And so I think it's and I think it was really good because it made him aware of just how much he was actually trying to watch porn, and how many excuses he used for watching porn.
Really? What excuse would you I had to watch porn because
I'm really frustrated.
It's like a comfort or a coping mechanism.
Yeah, like a straw kind of something. I'm awake. No, but I'm trying to. I don't want to reveal anything about the person's.
I don't know. You talk about some guy who has a porn addiction. I don't know. No. Whatever. But you were talking about that there were issues that triggered him watching porn.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't just being alone. Well, part of it was being lonely. Part of it could be something like, well, today a lot of people were talking about sex. Or he was walking on the street and he saw these people and he starts staring at all the different, scantily clad people.
Yeah.
And then so he's got all these images inside of his head. And then when he gets home, he's like, well, there's no one to talk to. There's no one here. I guess I'll just watch this porn thing.
Oh, wow.
Because he said that.
That's a lonely issue.
Like when? Before? Yeah. Like...
But is it a lonely thing?
No, yeah. I mean, it was like more like when he was alone.
Yeah.
So when he was alone, he felt like he said his anxiety or stress would increase.
Yeah.
And so he felt like if he's watching porn and then he would go out and masturbate or something, and he felt like that was like a release for him. It's
some kind of release, but it's not a healthy one.
You come back and you do it again and again and again. That sounds addictive.
Yeah.
And it felt like he had traded
human
one
interaction.
addiction. Yeah. And he enjoyed watching this. And I remember another young guy was telling me how he was 22 and he had erectile dysfunction. And he was traced all the way. Yeah, it was traced all the way back to the fact that he'd been watching porn for so long and self-stimulating, so that he had no interest and no feelings in a real person.
Yeah, only you.
Yeah. So it was, and I felt like this is really so scary that here's something that's so super addictive, and it's probably affecting the way that some men look at women.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think so. And how women look at themselves. Yeah,
I mean... And now, I mean, like, there's so now we're about to start Advent pretty soon, and there's the erotic store, and they're having their own special erotic Advent. They have an erotic Advent calendar.
Yeah. You can on the radio. They usually tell you, "Come by from this side." Your Advent calendar, like sex toys and stuff.
Yeah.
Are you talking about that? Yeah.
Yeah, like they'll have like mini sex toys or maybe some some glide metal or something. I mean, they have all kinds of different stuff.
Lubricant.
Yeah, and then I think you can go and get it refilled. I'm not sure. I wasn't really interested in that. So.
Ew. That sounds disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea how it works, but I felt like, wow, man.
So would you say sex toys is taboo also? So now we talked about pornography, and then people.
I don't know. I mean, because so maybe sex toys between a husband and wife is okay.
Mm-hmm. They want to spice it up.
But if that
replaces
a human interaction, then I would think maybe something is wrong.
Because it should not be a replacement.
No.
So if we dive into the masturbation question, then is it right or wrong to masturbate?
Well, it depends on who you ask.
Not?
So
I'm asking you, brother Edward.
Don't ask me. I'm not going to answer that question. That question is just way too sticky for me to get my hands on it.
Ew. Where's the sticky?
Keep your mind up. Oh my gosh.
It was just the word.
Yeah.
I am not.
No, but it's. There. But I think that it's. So I'm thinking that there's two categories of masturbation.
Okay, I didn't know. You tell me.
You know. So I think the first category is the fact of the person who's a non-selfish lover.
Okay. What? Yeah. Can you elaborate?
Right. Oh, should I elaborate on that?
Like,
okay. Yeah, I don't know. I had this really weird, I had this beautiful thought in my head, and now I was like, wow.
What do you say? A non-selfish lover?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're thinking about these two different categories, so you have one category where a person is not thinking. Yeah, they're like it's.
They want to please the other one.
They want to please the other person.
Yeah.
So maybe they're using masturbation as a way of being able to prolong sex or whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a training arena?
No, like you would do it before and then you go and have sex with your partner and then because, it takes a little bit longer. Okay, whatever. We're not going to go into the details here.
Like, what's he talking about?
And the other thing with masturbation is the one that's a replacement for a real relationship with a human being. Whether it's because you're so used to stimulating yourself because through pornography or thinking or looking or whatever it is.
You're lonely.
So what happens is you don't feel the drive to actually have a relationship with someone else.
No, because you satisfy yourself.
And then you're training yourself to have a lot of self-gratified sex as opposed to sex for the sake of your partner. Mm. And the non-selfish lover kind of thing, that has to do with the fact that that it's not just for your partner, but you can masturbate and not think of someone. You can or cannot? You can.
Really?
Yeah. So you could, but according to this book that I read, then what happens is that it takes a lot longer.
It's really weird.
Yeah. So because the book was advocating that it was saying that masturbation is probably really not healthy for you because
science says it's healthy
it makes you into a selfish lover because you're training yourself to only
please yourself.
Mm. And so what happens, you can extend that then to with a partner. Your partner is there for you to feel good. Mm-hmm. You're not there for your partner. Mm. And so that could be one of the downsides of it. But
science tells you that.
This book says that you should, if you're trying to get rid of masturbation because it could be connected to your pornography addiction. Mm-hmm. So what happens is that you would gradually decrease the amount of masturbation and stuff like that in order to eventually have defeat over it or something like that. So
is it the same with porn?
Yeah, I would say that porn is probably more. I mean, they're both kind of are connected to each other, but porn is really difficult to break.
I think the problem is that those pictures, those scenes, they're stuck in your mind.
Yeah.
Because they usually say sex and violence are the things that your brain remembers most clearly. And there are even like memory methods, techniques that use both sex and violence to remember things. And that is crazy.
Wow.
So if you've seen something that's related to both, maybe both violence and sex, that's something you will never forget.
That's crazy.
Like you cannot forget
That's crazy.
Because that picture in your mind,
Yeah.
your brain is wired to keep it in there.
Yeah. Wow. That's...
So I hope we scared all the people off who consider to watch porn. Don't watch porn.
Don't watch it.
Don't try it.
Yes, you're gonna get messed up. No, don't, because it's easy to become addicted to it.
Yeah,
and it's usually that overstimulation. That's what you're looking for.
And if you're stuck with pornography, what should people do?
Pray for God to break the power of pornography. If you're in a place like a building or something, somewhere, then try to get distance. Try to get away.
Make it as hard as possible for you to access porn.
You have friends who want you to watch porn with them. Don't hang out with them.
Like it's easy said than done.
I know, but you have to be kind of like that determined.
Yeah.
In order to break its power over you.
Yeah.
And in order to see a slight, let's say, victory over that. So.
And if they're your real friends, they'll support you.
Hopefully.
If they're your real friends and you say, I have a problem with this, I can't do this anymore, someone got to help me, I think they're bad friends if they keep saying, yeah, let's do this. Oh, don't be don't be weak. It's fine. Yeah. Every man does it, blah, blah.
Yeah.
No.
And I think that's the problem, is that society has moved things that were once taboo and moved them into mainstream society. And once they do that, then it becomes more accepted.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden people get like really defensive.
Yeah, when you
try to take it away or try to stop them or something like that. It's maybe even violent sometimes. So.
Yeah, well, if you're addicted, your brain is wired that way. Okay, thank you, Ed, for your insight.
Well, I don't know. I hope that those are our listeners who might be stuck in pornography. Go and talk to your pastor.
Mm-hmm. If you don't have priest, a pastor, go just to a church.
Just go somewhere. I mean, go to some place where you can talk to someone who's willing not to just judge you and make you feel bad, but someone who's willing to walk with you.
And pray for you.
And listen and support you and listen to you. And help you on your way to break that habit and stuff like that. Mm. And I think that with prayer and a good network, I think it's possible.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening. If you have any comments or ideas, please send us a message to fikaforlife@mail.com. Fika, F-I-K-A. This was the Fika for Life podcast with Linh Nguyen and Edward Thomas, and we hope to hear you again.